Hey guys, so the last solo cash cup is starting today, so I wanted to make a quick video about how you can qualify to the finals and then try to get a win in the finals to get your first earnings. So I'll walk you through one of my games, what loadout you should play, what you should watch out for when you're dropping, what drop spot you should choose, and then finally how you can get high ground and win the game. So first of all, for your drop spot, pick something with 7+ chests. 5 to 7 chests will probably be enough for you to get a shotgun, grappler, some heals, and AR. This season you don't need that much loot anyways. So good drop spots could be, for example, I went racetrack. You could go Junk Junction, behind Junk Junction, the factory, or the houses next to Risky. Especially this season, there's tons of houses where you can probably drop alone. So always try to get a house alone. Then you have 5 to 7 chests on your loot route, and your loadout after you looted off spawn should always be either SMG and shotgun or AR and shotgun. Just always watch out that you have some follow-up weapon that shoots fast if you're playing the pump. So play a pump plus a SMG or a normal AR. Then try to carry 1 or 2 movement items, so definitely carry the grappler, that's very important for endgame, so you can try to get to someone else's rift, or just grapple ahead into zone. We'll go over that more later in the video. So yeah, grappler very important, then you could carry a rift if you find a rift, and then finally some heals, the minis, chug jug, splashers if you find splashes. The chug splashes are really good. Yeah, so now when you enter your mid game, you want to try to conserve your loot that you got from off spawn as much as possible. You want to conserve your mats, conserve your heal, try to refarm everything and get a good position in zone. That's the important part. Mid game, go for a nice dead side rotate, get to a good position in zone. You can either still hide in a house, or if you're on a mountain, you can get a high position on a mountain somewhere, and just try to refarm all your mats and try to be as safe as possible. Okay, next we'll take a look at endgame. This was a really stacked endgame. I think there were 50 people in this zone. Really stacked game, because it was my last game. And yeah, so endgame, try to get a good position. I'm next to a mountain here, pretty high up, I can see everything. And then always use brick and metal, of course, and box up, stay in your cone, try to gather as much information as possible. So here, for example, I see these guys fighting up there. I think maybe I can get a sneaky kill because I don't have any good stuff. Maybe I can get an easy kill. Try to go for this guy. Doesn't quite work out because he has a rift, but at least I get the other guy's loot, get a few mats, minis, better pump. So be very aware of your surroundings always, so you can look around and see opportunities like that. Now I'm on top of the mountain, I start rotating, other people are going, I have a grappler, so I just grapple up on this mountain. This was a bit risky, I shouldn't have gone on top of his cones. Always stay away from other people's cones, build around, just box up instantly. Here I'm in zone, so now I can just look. I'm looking here to connect so you can't spray me down. And then I hop in my cone again. Keep gathering information, keep looking around what the other people are doing. I see this guy boxed up next to me, so I won't be able to go for any shots because he would just instantly pump me. So if someone's next to you, never go for any edit or shot. If he might see you, of course, if he's in the same direction. Always be very careful. Especially with 50 people alive, if one person cracks you, everyone will spray you. It's really easy to get lobby sprayed in stacked games like that. Let's skip ahead to when the zone closes. Okay, yeah, the zone is almost closed. Still 50 people alive, really stacked game. But I have a good position here, I'm on high ground, I'm on a mountain, so I'm chilling. Now I see the zone, I take a look where I have to rotate, and remember I have a grappler. So for your endgame rotates, number 1, try to go in as early as possible. If possible, go early. If other people are rotating, always wait for them to rotate and rotate with them, so you're not the only one rotating and then you get sprayed by 50 people. Always wait for everyone to rotate and then rotate yourself. Yeah, grappler is perfect for rotating. You grapple, then you box up instantly, you can grapple again. Keep doing that. Get ahead of zone. Always try to play front side, get to front side of zone. So you can then maybe go for a medkit play or something. Always think if you try to carry medkits this season, they're really good for tanking zone. And then, so yeah, number 1 for rotating is like the grappler. Number 2 is recycling a rift. So here I actually see this guy, he has a rift because he had that was in his hand, I could see through the box. I have to watch out for the guy above me, so I take a bit of zone damage, but remember it's only 5 tick. The first moving zone is only 5 ticks, so you can tank a lot of zone. You can stay in zone for 19 seconds. So yeah, here everyone's flying, I just stay on top. I see the zone's gonna pull on this mountain, so I just try to stay up and then land on the mountain. I think I do fly in zone a bit, so you can always try to tank a bit of zone to get a better position. So here I think I fly ahead a bit. Yeah, I fly ahead a bit, then zone pulls to me and I use my medkit. So you can always try to get really frontside if you have a better position there, and then use your medkit as the zone's gonna come to you anyways. And now every moving zone this season, or for this last cup, you have 30 seconds to think about how you want to rotate, so take your time. Try to gather as much information as possible, so you can then go for a good rotate. So here I'm just scouting, I'm just looking. And then we'll see how I manage to get high ground. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of HP in this game and not a lot of mats left. I still managed to get high ground, you'll see how. I do end up dying, but let's see. So here, yeah, scuffed situation got by me. So I have to rotate around here, then I get a nice position again on the right side. So when moving zones are coming, always try to stick to one side, and then you can grapple ahead or rift. Try to stick to one side. Here I try to get in, and then I have another medkit that I try popping. And then in a sec I'll manage to get high ground. So for high ground, either you can always try to grapple up. That's pretty easy, you get a nice shot, you grapple up, you build above him, maybe get the kill. Then another sneaky play you could go for in zone is mantling, just behind the guy. Yeah, here, easy high ground take. I play a high layer, I get high ground easily. This season you have to watch out because there's so many grapplers, so always try to block everything off. Try to play a really high layer if you have a grappler yourself, because if you get shot down you can just save yourself with the grappler. And yeah, number 3, so number 1 is just grappling up, number 2 is you can mantle up, number 3 is just rifting up. This is a bit more risky, I wouldn't go for it personally, but you can try to go for it. And then don't open your glider above the guy, so try to fly straight down and land directly on him if it's possible. That's the 3 ways to get high ground. And in order to get high ground, always play front side, play a high layer. Playing a high layer is very important, especially this endgame. There's 30 people in the moving zone. If I'm down there and all that mess, I'm gonna die instantly because I don't have mats for it. So I have to try to play a bit of a high layer. I managed to keep high ground because no one looks for high ground. You have to always remember, other people aren't smart. No one looks for high ground in solos. It's pretty easy to take high ground. Yeah, then this guy lands on me. I die, so always be aware. I had no mats left, so that's how I died. But if you have a lot of mats, through conserving them in mid-game and conserving your heal, your mats, and having a grappler, it's really easy to get high ground. Play it out, be very aware, and try to take high ground late. I took it a bit early because I had no mats, I had to play it, but try to take it in maybe second, third moving zone, so you still have enough mats, so you can stay on top. Everyone's battling it out on the bottom, you just spray everyone and chill on top. Message me if you have any questions for this upcoming solo cup, the last one. I'll be happy to answer them.